Every so often, a product comes along that doesn't just update the conversation, it rewrites it. And just a few weeks ago, Mark Zuckerberg stepped on stage and did exactly that. He unveiled the new Meta Ray-Ban display glasses. At first glance, they looked like a normal pair of stylish sunglasses. But tucked inside those frames, a color display, an AI assistant, a microphone array, a speaker system, and a camera. This isn't a gimmick. This is the closest thing we've ever had to consumer-grade augmented reality that doesn't make you look like a science project. Now, the demo wasn't flawless. People love to laugh when tech glitches on stage occur, but let's keep perspective. Even Steve Jobs had moments where the Wi-Fi wouldn't connect or the slide clicker froze. The difference was Jobs. He was a master of the stage, that he made you forget about the hiccups. Zuckerberg isn't Jobs, but this isn't about theater. It's about the product. And this one, it matters because this is the first AR that has looked wearable in everyday life. So what do these things actually do? In the right lens, you can get a 600 by 600 resolution display. Not cinema quality, but more than sharp enough to flash captions, translate text, or overlay notifications. There's a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera built within the viewfinder, and you can use it with the viewfinder in the display. So you can frame your shots properly, finally. You've got open ear speakers paired with 6 microphones so you can take calls, record clean audio, and interact with Meta's AI, all hands-free. The battery lasts about 6 hours of continuous use, which isn't a full day, but the carrying case gives you another 24 hours or so. Kind of like AirPods, but for your face. Now, that's just the hardware. Let's talk about features, because this is where the glasses actually change how you live. My personal favorite, live captions. You're in a loud cafe, music blaring, everyone talking over each other, but in your field of vision, every word shows up. Or you're traveling, you glance at a menu, and instantly it's in your language. Apple gave us Translate in iOS 26, and it works, but it's only available during phone calls. This is seamless. It's accessibility baked into the real world. Meta also built a companion device, the Neural Band. It looks like a wristband, but it reads subtle fingers and hand movements. Instead of waving your arms like directing air traffic, you can, just flick your thumb or squeeze your fingers and the interface responds. It's discreet, it's natural, it's what Apple Watch should have been all along. Instead, Apple gave us overpriced bands and second screen for the same notifications you already ignore on your iPhone. But before we get too hyped, let's hit the brakes for a second, because this technology raises huge privacy questions. With a camera, AI, and a display, you could look at someone and instantly pull up their background, their social profile, maybe even private data, depending on what integrations come down the line. It's convenient, but it's also invasive. It changes the rules of social interaction. Suddenly, every look could become a search query. And once people know that, every conversation starts to change. Which brings me to the bigger picture, the culture picture. Throughout history, people have covered their faces. Masks, veils, scarves, hoodies, beards. The reasons vary. Climate, modesty, ritual, anonymity. But part of me wonders if, at some unconscious level, these traditions were also about privacy, about shielding identity from being too easily read. And when you layer in ancient alien conspiracies, it gets even more interesting. Imagine advanced beings visiting Earth, equipped with tech that could scan faces, identify people, categorize them instantly. Wouldn't entire cultures evolve around practices to cover the face, to protect their image? Maybe what we've dismissed as ritual or fashion was old defense, Fast forward to 2025 and suddenly Ray-Ban sunglasses with an AI display aren't that far off from these myths. Now, if you want to understand why Meta's glasses matter, look at the competition. Google Glasses, dead on arrival. It looked dorky, had terrible battery life, and freaked people out with its camera. Snap spectacles, fun for 15 seconds, but nobody outside of influencers wore them. And then there's Apple's Vision Pro, a $3,500 living room headset that nobody's walking into Starbucks with. Well, at least most people. Apple hyped it as the future of computing, but it's basically a ski goggle strapped to your face. Compare that to sunglasses with a subtle display, and you see why Meta feels more like progress here. And this is where I've got to call out Apple directly. Tim Cook, or who I like to refer as Captain Hook, as less of a visionary CEO and more of a vault keeper. He's guarding the treasure chest, polishing the same iPhone every year, throwing titanium and thinner bezels at us like we should applaud him. Oh yeah, great, thanks, he made it so thin. And yeah, the camera's still thick as crap, but good job, you know, we needed that. No, we didn't. Apple used to lead the iPod, the iMac, the iPhone, the iPad. Those weren't updates. Those were revolutions. Now, their big AR play is a headset priced out of reach of pretty much everyone, while Meta just shipped an AR you could actually wear outside for $799. Captain Hook's treasure chest doesn't look so shiny when the pirates are actually catching up, do they? But here's the kicker. Meta has the ecosystem to make this work. They've got Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. They got business tools, cloud infrastructure. If they tie the glasses into all of that, captions in meetings, AI summaries on the fly, schematics floating in view on job sites, translations in travel, even collaborative workspaces. They've got a real shot at making AR useful, not just novelty, not just hype, actually useful. Now let's be clear, it's not perfect. 6 hours of battery life isn't enough for daily heavy use. Heavy AI features are going to rely on the cloud, which brings latency and privacy risks, and not everyone is ready to wear a camera on their face. But this is the closest we've come to AR that blends into daily life instead of sticking out like cosplay. And that's why I think this launch matters. I had the 2nd gen Meta glasses, and even back then I loved them for music and taking calls. Adding a display, that's the natural next step. It feels inevitable, and it shows just how quickly Meta is moving compared to Apple. Zuckerberg, of all people, is steering the ship, while Tim Cook is on deck counting his coins. You know, so here's the question. You've got to ask yourself, are you ready to wear AI on your face? To have live captions in your conversations, translations in your travels, notifications in your vision? Do you see it as convenience or as surveillance dressed in designer frames? Maybe it's both, but one thing's certain. The threshold has been crossed. We're not waiting on AR anymore. It's here. And now we have to decide what to do with it. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'd love to hear what you actually think. Would you buy a pair of Meta glasses with displays, or are you waiting for Apple to answer back? Drop a comment below, let me know, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next one, because I'll be digging deeper into where this tech is heading, the privacy risks it holds, and yes, even the weird ancient alien connections that might explain why covering your face used to be more than just a fashion statement. This is the beginning of a new chapter, and we're all about to find out whether AI on your face is the future or the start of Big Brother staring back. I'm Dale with Renewable Innovations, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.